very recently there was a story concerning Relebogile. She does podcasting. She's also a media person and so forth. She's also a radio personality at 702, if I am not wrong. Now, this situation, apparently she was in a salon, and a man who was very angry concerning the customer service that was given to his wife, and his wife just left it like that, and he was not having any of that. He came back to the shop, and he was visibly pissed off and was asking for a refund. And so she got involved in that whole thing, and she just outright just starts the interaction by saying he's racist. And there was nothing racist in the video. There was nothing racist. This man was angry because they gave his wife bad service, and he has to pay for it. Possibly. It's his wife, and she must have been upset when she gets home. I don't know how women are with nails and their beauty stuff, So the woman must have been very pissed off, and he prides in his wife being happy. And so now he's done everything for his wife to be happy, and now someone has the guts to piss off his wife. No, you're not doing that. I'm not going to work hard to make sure my wife is smiles and happy, and then you piss off my wife. He's coming over there. He's coming over there to give them a piece of his mind. That's where Relebogile enters. So she enters by saying racism. It's racism. It's racism. Have you ever thought, madam, it's bad customer service? Can we talk about bad customer service, particularly with things like that? Things like salons. No, you wanna run to the easier thing, racism. And I've said this several times. Be very careful of the politics that is being played, especially by the media. They love these topics, these particular ideas. A country like ours, which has race history, they will use racism on you. Just pull it out. They just pull it. And sometimes there are people who genuinely do make mistakes. I think I've made an episode where I highlighted that. Where I was at a game, at an airsoft game. I play airsoft. And there was one guy, he got so pissed off, it came out and he said something. But he was so conditioned. At that moment, he just got into it, and he immediately, there was nobody else that had to hear him. But the fact that I heard him, he apologized so bad. I'm like, hey, just keep quiet about it before they hear about it, and then they make it a big deal. Chill out, relax, and work on that. And we moved on. It never became past that. Some people genuinely do make those mistakes. They take on the ideas that they've heard other people pass on. That's not a moment to be pulling out a phone. It's a moment for me to say, hey, you see how you're getting out of hand. Those ideas that people might pump into your head, be careful with that. And airsoft is visibly a sport that's played by white people and Afrikaners. It's not a moment to pull out a camera. It's a sport that both me and him enjoy to play. Sometimes I played with him on the same team. This day he was playing against me, and I got him pretty bad. Okay. In airsoft you can get hurt very, very quickly. And it just came out of him. But he immediately realized, oh my. So I'm like, hey, be careful, don't become that guy. And he's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, diffuse. Let's leave that and go back to the game. But people like Relebogile, people who are so privileged, they have platform, they have everything, they have the influence, they keep fanning the flames of this racism. Even when things have nothing, because they know it's an easy thing to get a person to keep quiet. We deserve better from you. Yeah, we deserve better from you. We don't deserve this type of influences. We deserve better from you. And I've seen it with a lot of celebrities. They go to places. I remember one particular actress. I'm not going to call her out. I'm not going to say her name exactly. She's a very popular actress. And she plays in one of those Zulu TV shows. And she went somewhere. And they didn't do anything. The people didn't do anything, but because she thought they might be thinking, oh no, she doesn't belong in the shop. And I'm like, hey, you are the one who doesn't feel like you belong there. You know, for you, it's a step up from coming from the hood to being here. You actually belong there. You don't have to make a whole thing that everybody must now come hug you, shake your hand. Said people were making her feel as if she doesn't belong. And I'm like, making you feel? What are you saying? It's very easy to pull that card. We deserve better influence, We deserve better influence. First of all, I want to talk about the salon thing. There's a lot of bad service within the salon industry. Okay? First of all, you have to understand with things like nails and stuff like that, if a person does it badly, it can lead to infections. It can lead to infections if it's badly done. And apart from that, it can start falling off. You pay a lot of money for this or for all this stuff. There are salons that are very expensive, 600, 700, 800. It can go up to almost 3,000, stuff like that. That for charges that. So yes, he wants a refund. And maybe his wife is tame. She was not able to say anything. I've seen people get infections from things like that. He deserves better service. And he went back there to the shop to make sure they understood. The owner of the shop, not if you're not the owner of the shop, let's keep it over there. The owner of the shop deserves to know that the people that are there might not be doing good service. This racism card thing that people just keep playing, even when they're in a position of power and whatnot, because it benefits them somehow. Victim. Everybody's a victim. It's just a victim. It's just victim. Aye. Y'all work on your things. Y'all work on whatever it is that's bothering you, that makes you remember hatred so badly. You can't just be there and recognize this is a customer who's not happy with the service. The man didn't say anything. As a matter of fact, you start insulting him in the video. We deserve better influence than that. You know, all these media companies, all these news articles, briefly, and all, they'll applaud you for all of that nonsense. No. Y'all do people a bad service by serving them up this hatred that you want them to have. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't help nobody anywhere. But it helps elevate your status, isn't it? We must be angry about it and go over there and get that man fired. Take his social media, post it everywhere. Y'all let people have lives, man. We deserve better influences than this stuff. This is exactly what happened a couple of months back. There was this girl on TikTok. She was just furious. She was pissed off. And where does it come from? This same mindset of everybody being a victim. This girl was angry about white people not pronouncing black people's names. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There are Zulu people that don't know how to say my surname. I'm Venda. Should I be angry? Should I start getting angry? No, that's just because you want reasons to be angry now. It has nothing to do with them. She was pissed. You can go watch the video. She posted the video. She was, no, it's time now for everybody to learn how to say, no, it's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. Don't you know how your name is spelled? Don't you know how your name is spoken? Other people can mispronounce you. Don't you know your name? You know they're calling you. Now it's an obligation. There are people, you can tell them your name like 6, 7, 8 times. They still will butcher it. Why? Because the pronunciation is different. Why is that even a thing? Why? Victims. Everybody's a victim now. Must complain about something. We deserve better influence than that. We deserve better influence than that. Right now, there is, with this whole thing, victim. Everybody's a victim. There's a girl in the US. right? There's a girl in the US right now as I'm speaking to you, who was working for DoorDash. There's a girl who was working for DoorDash, and she went up to she was delivering, she was making a food delivery, and she went up to a person's house where she was supposed to be delivering food. And when she got to the house, wait for it, when she got to the house, the man happened to be drunk. Okay? And in the instruction of how she should drop off the food, the man didn't say knock or what. No, the man's instruction were just leave it at the door. Leave the food at the door. She didn't leave the food at the door. She decided to open the door. And when she opens the door, the man is not dressed. She then records that video. She posts it on social media, and she says this man flashed himself to her. People are pissed off and they're pissed off at this man and what a terrible human being. The guy says, no, I didn't do no such thing. I was drunk. She probably found me laying down and my door was closed. How did she get that video? Social media goes, the police actually go through with thingy, and they find an original video which she had posted where it shows her opening the door. So she is the one that opened the door and exposed the man, who was not properly dressed. He wasn't wearing pants. He was drunk, laying down on his bed, on his couch. But because she had to be a victim. Now, bear in mind, nobody did this to her. She's the one that did this to herself. She went to court a few days back, and the judge laid it to her. This is the story I'm talking about right here. Atosi did a video concerning it. She had to be a victim. She had to come out, make a video about something, and she made this content. She made another person who didn't volunteer to be in a video, and she claimed to be a victim. Y'all chill out, deal with your issues, man. Yes. It's a lot. Y'all influence people, and then people now fall into this trap of these benefits of being victims and all this kind of stuff. It's sickening. It's constant. And bear in mind, with this particular girl that I'm talking about, she got fired from her job. She got fired. She was claiming that she was the victim and blah, 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 blah. And she might actually be facing jail time if this thing goes thingy, because she exposed someone not dressed on TikTok. Victims. We seek to influence people, and we influence them correctly. Not this. Hatred does not do anything. These are white South Africans. They are here. Okay? Y'all chill with that. How people must be angry about your thing, angry about your... And you see these celebrity people and social media influencers, they like this thing. Must be angry. No, leave the man. Hey, Jesus. It's becoming exhausting. Okay? Y'all get off that train of wanting everything to be about racism when it has nothing to do with that. We have better things to be influenced concerning. We have better things to be looking forward to. Share the show. Y'all tell me your thoughts in the comment section. This story, it really pissed me off. When people get sold these tags, y'all know I'm very, very touchy on these tags. Racism, what? They'll attach you to racism. You'll be there running racism. Even when things have nothing to do with that. There was a recent story. I need to go back to that story. I covered it not long ago. But I covered it on a different angle. Where people were claiming a story to be one thing, and it's not even that. Because they can use these tags. It's easier to use these tags. Don't fall for it. Because at the end of the day, we get held accountable when we stand before God for what our influence was and what ideas we peddled. It's very easy when we are down here to just say whatever you want, and then it's that. When you stand before God, oh Oh, there's no playing cards now. There's no playing the race cards. If you were spinning and trying to disadvantage other people, oh, you will pay before God. Don't doubt that. Things have consequences before the eyes of God. We've seen people who have had infections from things that... So yes, that man has the right to have the right service rendered to his wife. So if his wife is tame, he's fired up. He's there to speak on behalf of his wife. He does everything to make sure his wife is happy. And now you go and piss off his wife? If she didn't say when she was in the store, he made sure you knew. The store owner should actually go back. And you know, this type of thing, what it does is it disadvantages the black community, as a matter of fact. I'll give you an example. of a lady where this type of things just completely does not benefit the black community. There was a lady 2 years back that trended because she made some type of a sauce, blah, 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 blah. This was the lady. She did some sauce thing and it became very popular for 2 years. And the media was telling, oh, you black woman, you go girl, you go, you go, girl. When the girl was making bad mistakes, she went on interviews and some of these idiots on television were telling her, oh yeah, people should apologize to you. And guess what? That lady never held herself accountable. As a matter of fact, she went on destructive mode. And she got deals and all those things. And because she was not accountable, a year later, all the partnerships parted ways with her. Because she was unbearable. They were not keeping her accountable. When people correct her, people will just completely dismiss her. No, you are a black girl. They are hating on you. Where is those people who were saying black girl hating on you? They're not there. The girl's business completely collapsed. Why? No one would hold her accountable. And so it does a bad service to that business if the owner takes this race card and does not look at the kind of service that her workers are rendering. That race card does not do anything but actually collapses a business because she will never look back at the kind of service that's been done. If they're doing bad nails, they're doing bad nails. In the salon business, it's very terrible. I remember there was one particular point where I could only be cut by one particular guy in the Rosettenville area there. He was a Congolese guy. He was very gentle when he cuts. Why? Because most people, they'll just feel... It's like they're scrubbing the floor. So if you don't correct it, you leave businesses collapsing because people just don't come back. It does bad service. Doesn't do them any favors. It's Ricky. I'll see you later.